Alright, so I'm back, and before I get into the Autobots, I figured I'd show off what else I have in my Decepticon display for my Decepticon army. So, let me fix these guys real quick. Alright, so first off, John Lant, I believe it was. I believe that's his name. Anyway, he recommended that I replace Fall Cybertron's Shockwave with the Transformers Prime Shockwave. And I gotta say, definite improvement there. Size, just intimidation, just everything. So, get him out of the way, and we'll put Shockwave in there next to Megatron. And in case you guys can't see, you can see Shockwave, Galvatron, and Megatron are all about the same size. So that's about right. Now, as for the rest of them, I'm not too familiar with them, character-wise, for most of them. So this won't be a very long video because I won't go into them too much. So first off, we got Spinster. He was left over from the Bruticus set with repro labels added on. Yeah, the figure itself is cool. I mean, I like the figure, which is why I keep it on display. But he kind of hides out in the back. Same with Quake. Again, toy's cool. I dig the fact that repro labels gave stickers to figures that were otherwise going to be completely useless. And then I do have Straxus, or Dark Mount, whatever you want to call him. I do have him somewhere in one of my boxes. I don't like to display him too much, but I do have Skullgrin. I think this was a better use of the mold. I really dig the head sculpt. The pickaxe just looks menacing on him. I just was never a big fan of Straxus, so we'll set him over here. There we go. And then Thunderwing. He's decent. I mean, I like the figure, but I don't know much about the character, and the figure's cool. So that's why he's still on display. So we're kind of branching out of my whiteboard here. You can still see Orion stand there, just scared shitless of the army that's amassing in front of him. Put this guy in the back here. Scourge from Robots in Disguise. I did end up actually selling my Nova Prime. I like the figure, but I like Scourge better. So, I guess I did have room for both, but for the price, he was just kind of not as good as I would have hoped. And then we got, let's see. This is the Big Bad Toy Store reissue of the Seacons. Yeah, they're okay. Definitely out of date now. But for the price I picked them up for, I think it comes for like $25, something like that. I can't argue with that. So, his sword and his big gun, they are compatible. They do have the 5mm ports, so anybody can hold those. So that's pretty cool. So he doesn't have his big gun because I've given it to Ultra Magnus because mine didn't have a gun. And this is trying to get out of focus here. There we go. Next up, this is one of the earlier figures I reviewed, and it's still one of my favorites. And that's Reveal the Shield Lugnut. Great figure. Love this thing. I cannot recommend this guy enough. He's just awesome in every way. One of the few things that came out of the animated series that I really, really like. And I might get grief for not liking the animated series, but oh well. So we'll set him back here. But yeah, really awesome figure. And he does have the repro labels. Then we've got Make Toys Fallen. Yeah, he looks cool. Everyone, I hope everyone has seen my review of him and my hesitation on recommending him because of the joints popping out so easily. You know, just bend the elbow and it's off. And for $80, I would have preferred it to lock in a little bit better. But still, he's intimidating and he is big. We'll put him next to Scourge here so you can kind of see. You can see he's as tall as Scourge, and Scourge is the one of the tallest Decepticons I have here, aside from that guy. Anyway, then we got the Bludgeoned, Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeoned with the Head Robots upgrade kit. Still looks pretty cool. I do dig it, but at this point I'm kind of hoping that somebody else does a Bludgeoned. He was never in the show, but just the way he looks makes him one of my favorites. He looks cool. He looks very impressive, very awesome. So we'll set him there. Next we've got the little Panther Target Master Arms Micron thingy. So we'll just set him right here. I got these as freebies, and I have them on my shelf because they turn into weapons, and same with the Scorpion thing. They turn into weapons, so I'm just waiting for a Target Master that needs a gun like Slug Slinger there. He needed one, and actually I gave him the Armada Minicon, the little jet thing that came with Optimus Prime. Then we've got Bird Bomber. Again, I don't think they were in the show, but these guys are actually pretty cool. They are KFC figures. Plastic quality is much, much better than the Steel Jaw and Rhino Horn or Ram Horn. So we'll set these guys down over here because I'm out of space for the tapes. Move the camera back a little bit. Then we got Space Case, which is the from the G2 Cyberjet line. This was one of my favorite lines as a kid growing up. Just these little cheap jets. They were $5 at the time. They were awesome. I've been meaning to pick the rest of them up, but finances end up going to things like Galvatron and here's Hooligan. And if you guys remember from my first review, this guy was like not my first Transformer, but the first Transformer I ever purchased. This is the same one. And you can see he's loose. So set him there. So yeah, I do have those guys on display at all times. And then the last ones are the Fans Project Armored Battalion, which are the repaints of your Insecticons. So here is Chop Shop. Set him here. So the wing came off, of course. Barrage. And this one, as I said in the review of him, you got to be very careful of these feet, because I snapped this one off. So I've got some epoxy holding it all together. I still need to go in there and try and fix it a little bit better, but really that was the best I could do, aside from buying a new one. So we'll set him here, and then the last one being Ransack. And as I said in the reviews of these three, I would really, really like it if Fans Project were to reissue this set, but with different heads and repainted as the G1 Decepticons, because I mean, I like the ninja look that they had going, but these guys are more G1 accurate with the guns. Yeah, they came with the extra guns for the other ones, but like he's got the antenna and he's got the back wings. So it'd be cool if like the back wings were chromed and just repainted like G1 Decepticons. I think that would be cool. I would definitely buy the set again if that were the case. But so yeah, there you go. I do have more Decepticons in storage, but most of them I don't like to display too much. And I do have 3 Generation Scourges and the Universe Cyclonus. So, but let me lift this up here. So this is what's on my display shelves at any given time for my Decepticons. So really cool. I really dig it. I think it's come along very well. You guys seem to really enjoy these videos, so the Autobots are next. So we'll probably do the same thing where we'll do a season 1 and 2 cast, and then season 3 and 4 cast, and then just whatever I have left over, like the Wreckers, because they weren't really in the show. Just everybody I got on display, which for season 1 and 2 I have a lot more Autobots than I have Decepticons, and then my season 3 and 4 shelf and miscellaneous are actually pretty bare. So and that's partly because there's so many Autobots and just not enough have been released. So my Autobot collection is going to look a lot less, it's about the same size, but it's going to look a lot less complete than this one does, except for Orion. He still doesn't know what to think here. So so yeah, I'm going to be doing those guys next. I also had a comment about my Galvatron review, or the update review, that most of it was not in focus. So I'm going to redo the whole, not the review, but at least the transformation again. I'm going to go from Canon to Robot to Canon. So I'll be doing that soon too. So, and I've said this before, so if there's any figures out here that you guys want me to do a new updated review for, you know, maybe, you know, Tommy was in it and you guys didn't like Tommy as part of the review, or if, you know, maybe I just didn't do a good enough job the first time, or the fact that, you know, before I was doing it all on a little black table, so the detail didn't come out as well instead of the whiteboards. So if there's anybody here that you want to see another review on, or re-review, let me know. I'll be happy to do it. I was also suggested to do get the tech specs for these guys and do like kind of sort of battles, like who I think would win. So I'll probably be doing that too. Again, I'm kind of out of figures to review at the moment, mostly because there's just nothing coming out, and the last of my taxes I'm saving to take my nieces out to like dinner and a movie. So yeah, it's like I don't want to spend money on toys when I could take my nieces out. So but again, like I said, there's just nothing really out at the moment. I know Like there's the Trash Talk and whatever that Make Toys is putting out, and it's like the looks cool. I do really like the way that Swerve looks, but with the Generation Swerve still coming, and he's only $10 as opposed to having to spend like, was it like $75, $80 for 2 figures, when I can spend 10 on one. And the Generations one looks good to me. I like it, so I'll just be going with him. Yeah, things like that. It's like I can't, and it's like also, you know, they made that upgrade kit for Omega Supreme, and it's like, I think it's like $80, something like that, $100+. But I really like the way my Omega Supreme looks. I think it looks great. Oh, and I also have the Quintessons on display, and the Fall Cybertron Bruticus on display too. But I would say they're not proudly displayed. They're just placeholders until something better comes along. Or until I get the booster kit set and decide if I want to, which Bruticus I would rather have. So, I do have Sharkticons coming. I've actually had a number of questions about that. Sharkticons are coming. I already purchased the Unique Toys Sharkticons. I order them with the boost kit set that goes with the Fall Cybertron Bruticus. So as soon as that comes in to TF Source, then they'll be shipping it to me. So hopefully we'll see that in the near future. So yeah. Again, anybody you want to see again, let me know. More than happy to do it. You know, or you know, if I fucked up on a video, yeah, I want to know about it. So let me know, and I will do what I can to correct it if I still have the figure. I mean, like I said, I sold all my Prime figures, which means I had to buy the Shockwave again. But yeah. So anyway, so there's the Decepticon army complete, ready for battle. And now let's see what the Autobots have in store.